welcome back to the podcast with Dr.Stance, where we're turning our hustle into a legacy. This topic is, guess what? New year, new me. It's time to reset, refocus, and rise, right? That's what my episode is today. I'm loving it. But let me be clear from the start. This is not about cute resolutions. This is not about a vision board collecting dust. This is about real change. A new year doesn't magically change your life. A new mindset does. So if you're ready to reset, refocus, and to rise, stay right here. Let's get into it. Let's talk truth. Why a new year, why new me often sometimes fails. Most people don't fail because they don't want better. They fail because they don't change who they're being. They don't change their habits. They make the same excuses, stay in the same environment, and then wonder why nothing shifts. Change doesn't come from motivation. It comes from discipline and identity, especially identity. You have to identify what needs to be changed. If you see yourself as the same person, you'll keep producing the same results. So this time around, for 2026, it's a new year and a new mindset. So a new mindset to me, Dr. Stance, okay, it means you stop negotiating with procrastination, okay? Procrastination means you just don't believe in yourself. You're your biggest enemy, Stop romanticizing struggle. It's not cute. Stop waiting to feel ready. No, get ready. Growth requires mental honesty. You have to be honest with yourself. So ask yourself, what thoughts keep sabotaging me? What lies have I normalized? Who am I when no one is watching? A new mindset equals new standards. So letting go of old limits, some limits were never real. They were learned. Things like, that's just how I am. I'm not disciplined. I always mess things up. Those are not facts. Those are agreements you made with fear. So this year, let's break the agreement. You are not your past. You are not your worst decision. You are not what happened to you, okay? So, of course, y'all, you guys know I'm infamous of speaking what? Protecting your peace. Peace is not passive. Peace is protected. And what that means is saying no without explaining, creating distance without guilt and choosing rest without apologies. Stop feeling guilty. Some people don't want peace. They want access. So this year, you protect your energy like it's a currency, because it is. Showing up when it's uncomfortable. That's when growth is uncomfortable by design. Discipline doesn't feel good. Consistency doesn't feel exciting. And obedience does not feel glamorous. But comfort has never produced greatness. Show up, when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when no one is clapping, because showing up, it builds your character. It's so sad that I'm accustomed to not having nobody. Sometimes I sit back and, just look at my life and I'm like, damn, who do I admire? Who do I have in my life to set a good example? So what I do is I just try to choose me so I can build my character. When no one's clapping for me, when I'm feeling discouraged, when I'm tired, I still show up and show out, because that's what's building my strength, my character. You don't need nobody to clap for you. Guess who is? God. He's always clapping for you. He's your biggest fan. When sometimes you're your worst enemy, right? So let's choose growth over our excuses. Excuses sound intelligent, but they keep you stuck. I don't have time. I'm overwhelmed. I'll start next week. Sometimes I have to tell myself about that, because I do, I literally juggle so many things, multiple businesses. So sometimes I do get overwhelmed, but it's still an excuse. And I don't want to get stuck in it, right? So growth asks better questions. Like, what can I do? What do I have? What small step can I take today? What do I need to become? Excuses protect your ego. But guess what? Growth transforms your life. Let's talk about it. So you want to become who you prayed to be. Let's get real spiritual for a moment. You've prayed for clarity. You pray for purpose, elevation, and healing. But prayers come with responsibility. You can't pray for growth and refuse discipline. You can't pray for peace and keep choosing chaos. God shapes us through process. So you got to turn that lesson into power. Every loss taught you something. Every delay refined you. Every setback strengthened you. Stop resenting the process that you prepared. This year, don't waste pain. Extract wisdom. Your story has power when you stop hiding from it. So I'm going to close this out by saying, let's close this out with a new year, a new mindset, new standards. Not being perfect, but committed. Maybe not motivated, but disciplined. Not waiting, but moving. Say it out loud wherever you are. I'm becoming who I prayed to be. If this spoke to you guys, I want y'all to like, subscribe, and share with someone starting over. Because this year, we're not just surviving. We are rising. Holla. Thanks for tapping in with Turning Your Hustle into a Legacy.